What's happening, everybody? It's Paulie. It is day 2 of CinemaCon 2024 here at the Latino Slant. And over there in Las Vegas, we have, of course, Rosa Parra joining us in about, say, 15 minutes. She's grabbing some food and recovering from everything that she just saw in regards to the Warner Brothers presentation. Huge presentation. A lot of surprises from the Joker to Todd Phillips showing up, to Robert Pattinson showing up, Anya Taylor-Joy, Furiosa. She's gonna have it all. So I'm curious to hear also too about the James Gunn video. Just a lot to cover, guys. So here's what we got. Before we go to our intro. Our first news item is going to be with Fletcher and Brandon, the anime guy, is going to come and join us for this special segment on an article that we put up today in the Crunchyroll Sony presentation of their anime. So they're gonna chomp that up. Then Rosa should be here by then. We're gonna cover the one of the news items, the state of the industry globally. They had this huge panel. I'm very curious as to, from a theatrical, a movie house owner perspective on that. And then we just put it up. Rosa, we just put it up right now. Her reactions to the trailer that she just saw. It may surprise you. I have not seen it yet. We got that coming up. Also, too, like I said, from Batman to Furiosa, Rosa's gonna break it down. It's an action packed, it's jam packed, and we are gonna have fun. But right now, let's get to our intro, and we will be right back. Share the link, guys. Share the link.
5, 4,
3,
2,
1.
Latino Slant at CinemaCon 2024 is brought to you in part by the Daily Chela. For la raza, by la raza, politics, opinions, reviews, y más. TheDailyChela.com. CinemaCon 2024 is sponsored in part by the WDW Pro channel, the quickest growing entertainment news channel on the web with expert analysis on all things Disney and beyond. Check out WDW Pro on YouTube. Excellence in reporting, scoops, analysis, panelists, and more. All right, the bigote is trim, the bigote is strong, the energy is strong, and we gotta bounce it out here. Here we go, bigote style. ¿Qué pasó, mi gente? ¿Qué pasó? What's going on? We got a combined live stream going on X, on YouTube. Day 2 CinemaCon. Man, a lot of exciting stuff, guys. A lot of exciting stuff. Right now, like I said, we are on. I'm checking. Yes, we are now on. I get so confused with this X, like doing the live X thing, but we're there. We're there. I see it. Before we bring on Brandon, the anime guy, and bring in our first news item from CinemaCon, let's say hello to everyone that we can that's in the chat. Daniel T, WB, what can say whatever they want about releasing movies, but they ditched Coyote versus Acme and Batgirl. Yo, Daniel T, they ditched a lot. Good to have you here, though, Daniel T. Good to have you here. Angry Canadians here. Vinny's back for a second night. So is Penny. Hola. I love seeing our good people. Bonzo the Loco is here. Okay, we're also going to get a poll going. What movies are you looking forward to, poll? So let me put that in because we just got the options. So what movies are you guys looking forward to? Let me tell you, as I do the poll, there is a lot of movies that are you looking forward? What movies are you looking forward? Okay, here are the choices that we have. This is very WB Warner Brothers poll here. We got Joker 2, Furiosa. What's the other one? Superman Legacy, and got WB movies at home. Damn. Fletcher with he's one of those deceptively nice guys, but then boom, you're like, whoa. WB old movies at home. Okay, so that is the WB movies, new movies. The choices are up right now, right there. But as far as like what I'm gonna see this week, if all goes well, we got Civil War, we have Ungentlemanly Warfare that I'm gonna see. I was supposed to see it last night, and it just got too busy here. There's just so much going on to cover with you guys, for you guys. So we got that, and ¿qué más? ¿Qué más? I got to look at my list. There is also an Indian film I want to see. Hopefully I'll get out there. And there is there is that golfing movie I want to see. The little true story in the 50s. It's called The Long Game with Dennis Quaid and Jay Hernandez. So yeah, there's definitely, and all those three movies are coming out this weekend. From what I hear, there's like 6 major releases coming out this weekend. So, hopefully you've seen the ones that have been out. Dune 2, Godzilla, and King Kong. I saw those. I really enjoyed, had a fun time. But yeah, even the smaller films, Cabrini, Bob Marley, those movies are still out in the theater, still making money. So, there is movies for everyone to see, and even the anime movies are going to be hitting some of the big screens. Hi, Emily. Good to see you here. Daniel T wants to see Beetlejuice. How can you forget Jenna Ortega? I can never forget Jenna Ortega. There is some new news on Jenna, Daniel T. She was seen shooting a new movie, Clara and Sons, I believe. We'll get more information, but it's set in New Zealand. It's filming in New Zealand. One of my favorite authors, and the only caveat is that it's directed by Tiki Waititi. What's his name? Tiki Wiki. Hey, you know what? I'm just not a fan of his films, so I'm kind of torn. She's the lead. It's filming in New Zealand. It's called, I believe, Clara and Sons. Right. Tai Kao Waititi. And you know what, too? A lot of people, I'm like his doppelganger, which I'm not really too excited about, especially with the outfit I have on tonight. Oh my God! So I'll do a proper kind of a news item on that. Hell, there's spirit of that, man. Oh, thank you, Brandon. Okay, are you all fixed up, Sir Fletcher?
Yeah, that was weird. It's like I'm having an attack with. I literally had to even restart the computer and everything. I don't know. StreamYard didn't like me today.
Well, man, we have quite a show today. Quite a show, and I'm already gonna shock some people in the chat. Sim's Corner's joining us. Vinny's joining us. Love that. Keep sharing the link. All that good jazz. Rosa turned in she's in Vegas. She's we're going to have her live with us. She saw the trailer about an hour ago. I know, and I think it's already live now on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just
she wasn't excited about it.
Yeah, did you watch it?
No. I want to wait because I want to watch it with the audience here.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Don't tell me anything.
I ain't telling you nothing.
No. There's some things that she likes. She says she's mixed on it, which to me that is not a good sign.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Whenever a woman tells you that she's got some questions about it, can't go well.
Yeah,
it can't go well.
Yeah, since Cornetra Gaga in Joker 2, not going to watch the trailer though because I don't want to know anything about it beforehand. Oh, okay. Well, you got to wait then.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something that you guys do know about. and it's anime. So I wanna give you the floor, sir, and I want to introduce Brandon, the anime guy. Let's get his. I'll take a back seat in a second, and then I'll grab his links. And we have some anime news that was at CinemaCon, correct, Fletcher?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So we had some release dates. And Rosa did see one trailer that we don't have a release date yet for. But
Right.
basically, it's all at latinoslant.com. That it's already up already. So
Yeah.
you
Okay.
guys wanna
Well,
read about
I'm gonna pull it up, and I
Okay.
believe you're able to pull it up. Can you see it? It's shared down below. Let me
yeah.
know if you have the power. Okay, you do. Let's take it back off. Let's bring in Brandon. He's a longtime supporter of the channel. Great dude. So knowledgeable about anime and his love, his passion. You can see it on his channel. And I think he was happy that I actually got out to see The Boy and the Heron, Fletcher.
Yeah.
Brandon, the anime guy. What's up, brother?
What's up, Paulie, Fletcher? It's good to see you. It is
Hola.
excellent to be back here. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We always love having you on, man. We always love having you on.
Thank you.
How's life treating you before we start?
It's going pretty good. Finally got rid of all the snow, although it tried to snow again last week.
Wow.
But, that's just how it goes. It's a standard Idaho spring. Wait, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It'll literally do all 4 seasons in a day if you're
Oh my
not
God,
careful.
really?
Yeah. You'll start off below freezing, have the snow, warm up to like 60, 70, 80 degrees that same day, drop down a few hours later for some rain, for some spring rain, things of that nature. It's just cool. I love living here. We don't have to deal with the earthquakes often, although we did have a shaker about a year ago that that I could feel. And we don't have the hurricanes. We don't have any of that. So little secluded compared to most of the rest of the country.
Hey, you know what? I was telling you that I got to be secluded for a little over a week in South Carolina.
How was it?
I didn't want to leave.
I can understand that. That's a very nice place to be. And if you like being close to the ocean, either ocean, it's hard to go. It's hard to leave.
We were actually inland. We weren't staying with Mike this time around. We were staying with Romy's family, which is 30 minutes outside of the capital. So it's country. And there's something to be said about being able to just take walks every morning. In that countryside, you don't see another person and you don't see another car. Fantastic.
That it is. It's nice to be able to unplug and unwind and get that reset. So
you need it. And thank you for bringing this up. We always love the super chats. PayPal is a fantastic way to help us out, help the channel out. So that is up there for you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave the floor to you guys, Brandon and Fletcher, as we bring this up. Have fun, y'all.
Yes. Code White.
Aren't you excited?
Oh, I am so excited. I absolutely friggin' love Spy Family. It has created basically it's a genre that's always existed, but it really hasn't fully existed within the manga and anime realm, and that's the found family. This one really takes that wholesome approach, and it's just so great, and I cannot wait for Code White. Cannot wait.
Yeah, so basically anybody who doesn't know what Spy Family is, Brandon, once you give them a little bit of rundown of what Spy Family is, a lot of you might not know. So anime is basically something that is transformed from the original manga, and in Japanese form, the mangas are basically Japanese comic books, and this is the what Americans would call cartoons. But in a little bit, some of them are a little bit more adult fare. But why don't you let us know what Spy Family is?
Spy Family it's a period piece. Picture, if you will, West Dallas and East Dallas. Basically, think of it as East and West Germany, set in the late 60s. It's a spy thriller. You have You have the WISE agency, which is the Western Spy Agency, trying to prevent an all-out war from starting because there's someone in the Eastern government that's wanting to do that. So they hire or they tap their absolute best spy, which is oh crap, my mind just died. The name that he takes is Lloyd Forger, but he's
Lloyd Forger,
yeah, his character or his code name. Hold on one sec. Let me grab the book. Hold on.
So basically,
it's
a spy thriller.
It is a spy thriller. So
yeah.
Master Spy Twilight is unparalleled when it comes to going undercover on dangerous missions for the betterment of the world. But when he receives the ultimate assignment to get married and have a kid, he may finally be in over his head. Not one to depend on others, Twilight has his work cut out for him, procuring both a wife and a child for his mission to infiltrate an elite private school. What he doesn't know is that the wife he's chosen is an assassin, and the child he's adopted is a telepath, and the only one that knows what everyone else does is little Anya, and she is so damn cute. She is best girl, and she is protected at all costs, by far, easily. So
basically, if you're not weeps, which is geeks who watch anime, what Brandon just translated in, that Anya is the stepdaughter adopted into the family.
Yes.
And best girl usually means it's an adorable, character that we'd love to protect because they are extremely cute. And
yes.
And this is basically their first movie. It has already 2 series. You can check it out on Crunchyroll. This is actually
and Netflix.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
so
Netflix
basically, Rosa saw some of these trailers that are coming up right now. So this, what we're going to read right now, it's actually from Rosa just today. I mean, fresh off the press. Let me read a little bit, and then you give me your take on it. So by Rosa Parra, we were given the Crunchyroll presentation by Michael Berger, Vice President of Global Commerce. He gave us a brief backstory about the anime and its inception, how the medium has evolved and to be a global phenomenon. They showed videos of anime fans expressing their love and devotion of anime and how it's impacted them. I was usually moved by it. Fans from all over the world who speak different languages, yet they're all connected by anime. Then proceeded to update us on 4 upcoming releases, followed by clips, trailers in the first 10 minutes of one of the films. Now, the films that she talked about is Spy Family was, of course, one of them, and this movie right here. I don't know.
Yes.
I can't really move it, Paulie, but the second one is Haiku, the dumpster battle. If you guys don't know what that is, Brandon, tell us a little bit about that one. Let me see if I can move it up.
Really quick, since you want to control it, and I'm kind of jumping in and out of the chat. What's up, Maria Tiwatelli?
Hey, Maria.
Over 60 people combined on X and on YouTube. Day 2 coverage of CinemaCon 2024 from Las Vegas and beyond. Let me give you the link in the private chat. Is that cool?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. And there it is. That way you can control it. Yeah. I'll take this out. And did we talk really quickly as he gets that up? Did we talk Brandon about what was that animated film that I saw after Boy and the Heron?
The Boy and the Heron, yeah.
No, afterwards. There was another one from Spain. It's not anime, but it's animated. It is about a dog and a robot.
I remember you talking about that.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah. Remember you
so
talking about
good.
that.
It's so good. You got to see it. Whenever I'll get the title for you in a minute. I was thinking about you today, but yeah. It's. It was nominated for an Academy Award for a reason. It's just wonderful story. All right, guys, have fun.
All right. So I think I have it up right now,
Yes,
Brandon.
there it is.
All right. So there it is. And what we were talking about is, we mentioned here. So this is what Rosa saw a preview of, which is
Oh, they're gonna do it in IMAX.
Hayaku,
Wow.
the dumpster battle. So if you
Yes.
could tell our viewers, what is this anime about?
Haiku centers around a middle school male volleyball team. It's been one of the more popular sports anime of the past, I would say, 10 plus years. It came out right when I wasn't really into anime, but let me pull up when it came out here. So, Haiku originally came out in 2014 in anime form. It has had several seasons and everything, but Haiku inspired after watching a volleyball ace nicknamed Little Giant in action. Small-statured Shoyo Hinata receives the volleyball club revives the volleyball club at his middle school. The newly formed team even makes it to a tournament. However, their first match turns out to be their last when they are brutally squashed by the king of the court, Tobayo Kageyama. Hinata vows to surpass Kageyama, and so after graduating from middle school, he joins Karasuno High School's volleyball team, only to find out that his sworn rival is now his teammate. So it's most shows are typically set during high school. Within Japanese culture, once you're in high school, you're technically an adult, and you can, I believe, live on your own and all those other things.
Right.
And normally, once you're done with high school, you're expected to work, you're expected to go to school, you're expected to do all these other things. So high school is the perfect time for a setting for a person to figure out who they are, what they want to be, all that stuff. So there's a ton of these that are set in high school, but this one is specifically around men's volleyball. You wouldn't normally think of that in Japan because, when you think of Japan, I think of baseball. I think of martial arts. I don't think of volleyball. So this was a very popular manga, very popular anime. The manga itself is finished. So there's been several seasons of it. And I think there have been two prior movies, but this one's, of course, the most recent. So if you like volleyball, if you like team sports type shows, if you like overcoming adversity, this show is for you. And this one is very popular and has been typically in like the top 10 or so of most people's lists for a very long time.
Yeah, and I've watched this anime and I've read the manga, and let me tell you, it is very fun. If you guys like sports, if you guys like anything like Rocky or anything that's like like an underdog story and sports related, it's just fun. Especially it's one of those that it's safe to watch with your kids. It's very fun, and it's just an all-around good time of an anime. Another thing that that Rosa checked out, Brandon, it's one of these new ones that is really wrecking it right now. And yes, subscribe to Latinoslant.com, and you put your email right there, and boom, you're subscribed, and we don't sell your information. So the next one is Blue Lock episode Nagi. And that one's going to be released 6/28, and they were shown a trailer and a clip from this. Why don't you tell our viewers what exactly Blue Lock is about? Because this one's kind of crazy, but it makes sense.
This is basically a battle shonen that's set around the sport of soccer. So, Blue Lock. Japan's desire for World Cup glory leads the Japanese Football Association to launch a new rigorous training program to find the national team's next striker. 300 high school players are pitted against each other for the position, but only one will come out on top. Who among them will be the striker to usher in the new era of Japanese soccer? And that's where the main character, Yoichi Isagi, comes into play. He's trying to go for it. So, as I said, it's basically a battle shonen set around soccer. I did start to watch this. although that particular season was very packed, so I didn't get too far in it. But this is another one of those shows that has taken Japan by storm. It has been very popular. We are getting a second season of it. The manga is still currently releasing, and the overall score for it is 80% or above on AniList, which for them that's very high. That's a very high rating. So if you want a great story about, trying to join the team, beating other people to be the best, and just basically the work ethic, and of course soccer and high school students, once again, this is going to be good. And the studio that's doing this is, what's the studio? Studio 8-Bit.
Yeah. So
they've done.
Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead.
So if you're not familiar, go ahead.
The stuff that they've done recently, let's see. The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, The Irregular at Magic High School, Synduality Noir, Laid Back Camp. There's a ton of stuff that they've got second seasons for, third seasons for. They're a very good production house. They know what they're doing, and yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, so if you, I guess the normal way to explain it is, if you were to take, like Messi from Argentina, Ronaldo from Portugal, the best players of football and soccer in the world, and what Japan has realized is that their strikers, or the person who usually scores goals for the team, is too timid, because the Japanese psyche and the way of being is very genteel, or very deferential. So they want an egotistical striker, a la Messi, a la Ronaldo, Neymar Jr. around the world, who is very cocky in their way of being and guarantees a goal, because the person who created this academy to get the best striker in the world wants an egotistical person. Now I gotta say, even in Japanese sports circles, this was looked at, because that was actually something that the Japanese team manager has said. Because saying that, and you've seen this already, some of the manga moves and some of the anime moves were done by Japanese players in the actual World Cup, and some of them was even, I think, wearing like jerseys and stuff, because this is actually, it's a phenomenon in Japan, because people are actually saying, this could actually get Japan to a World Cup, and how they did in the last World Cup, it could happen, because they have done very well. But another one that's coming up, I know I'm excited for this one, which is Overlord, the Sacred Kingdom. And on this one, though, Rosa said they've acquired the rights for it, Crunchyroll has, but they didn't provide a release date, only gave us a trailer. So she saw the trailer to Overlord, but she doesn't know what the release date. Are you excited for Overlord? I know I am.
Yes.
Tell us what Overlord is. In the shortest possible way, without using profanity or
Okay. The base story of Overlord. Picture, if you will, the year 2138, when virtual reality gaming is booming. Yggdrasil, a popular online game, is quietly shutting down one day. However, the protagonist, Mamanga, decides to not log out. He is then transformed into the image of a skeleton as the most powerful wizard. The world continues to change, with non-player characters beginning to feel emotion. Having no parents, friends, or place in society, this ordinary young man, Mamanga, then strives to take over the new world the game has become. So it's an isekai. There's several others that have tried to do this, where he's a player in the game.
Isekai is. Don't forget, not everybody's a weeb.
All right, so isekai basically means being taken from one world and put into another. One way is, in this case, he's in the game shuts down, but instead of everything stopping, he wakes up and he is the personification of his avatar, which in this case is a skeleton. So that's one way, and that's the way they chose with this. So he played this game, he had the guild, it was very popular. It gets to the point where it's finally shutting down. He stays logged in, he wakes up, and he's still in the game, and he's like, wait a minute, something happened. So everything around him, all the characters and everything, they take on the persona as it was programmed in the game, but now it's not a game, it's real. And he is the all-powerful overlord. And we've had 4 seasons of this. I've seen the first. I absolutely loved it. I've got time this season. I'm actually going to start going through my back catalog, but this is going to be good. They've done a very good job with the animation, and the studio that did this is Madhouse. And Madhouse is typically known both for good and for the other things as being top notch. So this is gonna be a good movie, and I cannot wait to see when they actually are going to release more information about it.
Yeah, me too. And you guys, please stay tuned. TheLatinoSlant.com. Rosa's doing exclusive on this. As soon as we know more about this, maybe once we know, we'll have Brandon back on and check it out, because it's really fun. If you've never watched anything like this, it's more adult, much less for kids. The themes are a little bit more adult, but it's basically partly if you have like a Matrix sort of thing, like you're inside a world where things are more possible, but it's almost like in the Middle Ages. So kind of combine the Matrix and Gladiator and have an explosion, because this is actually pretty fun. Like I said, check it out. If you like a little bit more darker stuff, a little bit more like sword and sorcery, Conan stuff, this will be good for you. And I'm excited to see this one. But as we know, we watched the part of it. Rosa did watch Spy Family Code White, and she was really excited to see. Let me read this real quick. Finally, Spy Family Code White releases on 4/19. So for this one, they showed us the first 10 minutes. So here are her thoughts. Spy Family Code White introduces the main character of the film. The movie's about a spy who gets a fake family to complete his mission, but he doesn't know that the other members of the spy family have secret stories of their own. And she says, it hooked me in, so I'm seeing it when it's released. And this is one that, we are both kind of looking forward to. We're really super excited. How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 to see this? And chat, help us out. How excited are you to check it out from a scale of 1 to 10? Drop it in the chat right now.
I'm a 10. This, I absolutely love the Spy Family. I've started reading the manga. I've watched all the anime through. We've got a season and a half done, and we've got this movie. The production value that's going to go into this is going to be off the charts. The anime is really good to begin with, but this is going to be a lot of fun. And because of the nature of how the characters interact with each other, the who knows what, and Anya being the only one that knows everybody's secrets because of her telepathy, trying to for her to try and process what she knows through a 5-year-old, right, it just makes it that much more interesting. And all of them are such great characters, and the world constructed is very fun. It's going to be well worth the time to go see.
Yeah, and like I said, this is very much a fun movie. It has some action, it has some intrigue. Imagine if it's almost like if James Bond had a wife that was an assassin and a daughter that was a psychic, and he had to and it's set in Germany, like during the Cold War, where you have one side, East Germany and West Germany. You are basically getting this movie, which is really crazy and fun. If not anything else, this movie is completely fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's one of those things that everybody's gonna like, and everybody's gonna have a kind of like a fun reaction to it. But I did find that movie that you guys were talking about, Paulie.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So let me get it. 1 second.
And while you're doing that, I did pin a couple comments for Brandon and for Fletcher.
Oh, cool.
Here we go. I want to ask if the Latino audience will make Spy Family film more successful.
Possible. As I said, this hits all the hallmarks of what a family should be, and it, unlike a lot of the shows that come out from Western studios, this does not paint Lloyd Forger as a deadbeat father, as anything less than what he is. He is a master spy, and him trying to go through and do his mission while maintaining the cover as being Lloyd Forger, a psychiatrist, having the family, being the family man. The balancing act that he has to do is astounding, and we do see it take its toll on him a bit, but at the same time he's so committed to peace between East and West that he's willing to put himself through whatever is necessary in order to complete the mission. So you have that strong masculine character, but then you also have the very strong feminine character with Yor, who, as I said, she is an assassin. Of course, Lloyd doesn't know that, but little Anya does, and then there's just some of the stuff from the show that just you have to see it to get the grasp of it. But she has her insecurities with her persona of being the office worker, being thrust into this family, never having kids of her own, but also because of the fact that of the type of work that she does. In the East, you have the secret police that are always trying to find and get those that the people that maybe are not doing the best for what's for the East. And she, being an assassin, is not always working for people that come from the Eastern country. So she takes up Lloyd's offer because she has to maintain that persona to do that. And of course, Anya has to get into the school in order to get close to Donovan Desmond, who's the chairman of the Eastern Party, who's wanting to try and start war, but the only time that this man ever comes out is for one specific party at this highly prestigious school. So they have to find a way to get little Anya into there. And yeah, it's fantastic.
Let's get through a couple of these things before we close this segment up. Dante's Rant Room. Also, I can't wait for more Spy Family. Is it Spy X Family or Spy Family?
I just call it Spy Family, but there's a trend within certain things when they're combining two different terms. They put the X between them, like Hunter. I don't use the X. I just
Godzilla, King Kong.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, yeah. Okay, cool. Don't forget, guys, check Brandon's channel out on YouTube. It's right there. Julissa says, I'm not an anime fan, but this all sounds so interesting.
Yeah, if you like a good spy thriller and you like found family movies, Spy Family is definitely going to be up your alley. The other two, as I said, you might want to either read some of the manga, the light novels, or watch the anime to have an idea of what's going on. They, especially with Haiku, because it is more established. Blue Lock, you could probably get away with just the movie, and then Overlord, you have to either read the light novel, read the manga, watch the anime. There's 2 prior movies and the 4 seasons and all that other stuff to really get to know what's going on with it. That's something you probably should do.
I think I'm going to do like season 1 of Blue Lock.
Yeah, that came out in 2022, and that was 24 episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Angry Canadian loved the first 2 seasons of Overlord.
Yes, the first season was really good. I'm in the second one, and I need to get through it. And
nice.
They had the 4th season about a year, almost. Is it 2 years now?
Yeah.
It's all just blurring together. Yeah, 2022 is what sticks out. So.
Yeah. They're all good.
Vinny says, I'm excited for Spy Family and Blue Lock.
Yeah.
As we all should be.
Yeah. Great.
So, listen, are you what's your take on some of this news as someone who has an anime channel, who knows all these IPs backwards and forwards? What's your take on some of this news that came out, Brandon?
Just for these or other news? Because
just what we covered.
I'm glad that they're actually doing it. Crunchyroll is owned by Sony, so I'm glad that they're trying to bring it more to the forefront. I have my reservations about Sony and some of the things that they do, but 2 things. if you can watch this in the original Japanese with the subtitles, that's going to be the way to go. Typically for these type of shows, localizers typically don't muck with them as they do with other shows that are maybe a little more risque or naughty in some respects. So we should be okay with that. Having said that, I do like the dub for Spy Family. I think they do fine. It's one of the few that I'm okay with. For the rest of them, it has to be in Japanese. It really does. So if you struggle with that, try to practice a little bit. Watch some films that are subtitled. Once it finally comes out on 4K, watch Godzilla -1, because I know that's eventually coming soon.
Shogun.
Yeah. Shogun, yeah.
Shogun's in Japanese.
And practice with that. You'll get better at it, and it becomes second nature. I had to adapt to that 2 years ago to really get into the new stuff, because they typically don't drop the dubs for it until 2-3 weeks later, or if it's on High Dive, a whole season later. And anymore, most of the dubbing that's done is not very good. So,
well, my brother, thank you we invited you during the day today. I was like, I thought of you right away, and obviously I was right, because you got the insight and the openness. And, you're true. I say this with all respect. You're a true nerd, man. You just you love to share. That's really what I love about this community, man.
Thank you,
Brandon. There's your link to your channel. You have any closing words as we let you go, brother?
Do what you like to do. Enjoy what you enjoy. Watch the anime. Read the manga. And to answer both Sin's Corner and Corey Lucas, the dubs were better for a while, but ever since what happened to Vic, I don't trust any of them, especially the old Funimation people. It wouldn't be as big a deal if they could match the vocal inflections and the pitch for their characters better. There are too many times when, especially, I notice this especially for the female characters, their pitch is wrong, their pacing is wrong, their temperance is wrong. All of it is wrong. Biggest example most recently, Freyren, Beyond Journey's End. The Japanese character is fantastic. She matches it. They all do, but if you listen to it in the Japanese and then listen to it in the English dub, they're missing a lot of that emotion. That's the single biggest problem. So,
and I can say if you can watch it in Spanish, if you have to watch in the dubs and you speak Spanish, I would recommend the Spanish dub versus the English.
Yeah, well, the Spanish language is in some ways very similar to the Japanese.
Very
you
similar.
have that gravitas. It's there in Spanish and in Japanese. They both have it. So absolutely, if you speak Spanish, or if you can decipher words in Spanish quicker, do the Spanish dub.
Well, that's why Latin America loves anime. I mean, yes, it's huge. It's huge there, man. And we're gonna have you back. What was that movie, Fletcher? The title?
Which one? So we have Blue Lock. We have Kaido. We have Spy Family.
No. The movie that I saw in I thought you said you
yeah. I found it. So it was called Robot Dreams, and it's done by a Spanish studio. Yeah. So
check it out, Brandon, if you can. Robot Dreams.
If you can. I just have it up right there. I don't know if you can see it.
I love this film so much. Very cool. Yeah. And as we're saying goodbye to you, we're going to bring on Rosa Parra for a second. But Rosa was saying in the back, the trailers and clips we got for the anime films were all in Japanese with subtitles. With subtitles, at CinemaCon in Vegas. So that's good news. But here's that. Oh, you're gonna take it off?
Oh no. So you want it up? All right.
Yeah. So Brandon can see it for a second.
Okay. I don't know. Did Rosa? Did you check this one out?
Robot Dreams? No, I haven't had a chance yet.
Yeah. So he's basically a lonely dog, and he buys a robot, because he wants a friend. And it's kind of like, like little Frankenstein. It's just so sweet. I highly recommend this film.
Yeah,
so
we definitely have to check it out.
Check it out, Brandon. All right, brother, we're gonna let you go.
Thank you.
And we'll clip this whole anime segment, and we'll be the anime slant.
Most definitely. Thank you so very much. Remember, everybody, enjoy what you like. Go watch some anime, read some manga, and Paulie, keep your slant and keep your stash. You look better with the stash, man.
Keep it fuerte, guy. Keep it fuerte.
Take care.
All right, we'll see you soon. Hey, and as one amazing person leaves, the star is here.
Oh,
the Vegas star, Rosa Parra. Yeah.
I had to turn off my camera right now because I was eating. I'm like, oh, you want to pensar que soy bien marrana. I was like, all right, I'll turn it off.
Everybody in the chat live or watching this on the replay, day 2, CinemaCon. We just thoroughly went over your anime coverage with an anime expert, so that was cool. And thank you for being here.
No problem. Thank you for having me back. It's been a day full of interesting things because, again, this is my first CinemaCon, so it's all new. This is my first time doing this, and
it's a big day you had.
Yeah, it's been quite crazy. So
so we've already put up an article, the anime article, and then a minute and some odd seconds of your reaction to Joker 2, the trailer. But let's save that. Where do you want to start? You want to start with status of the industry?
I mean, I think we can briefly go with that, just because I think I gave you like a thorough breakdown about what happened and what they were, the CEO of NATO and the MPA, what they had planned to tell, obviously, the theater owners, right? But also to the studios. So this is a very interesting thing that's going on, because I was under the impression that, I guess this is how I always interpreted CinemaCon. Granted, my only knowledge of CinemaCon is through other people. I did not necessarily go into in depth in terms of the research, which I should have. That was probably a little naive from my end. But it was my understanding that CinemaCon was a convention where you had studios presenting their upcoming slate to the theater owners, and their purpose, their goal is for them to convince the theaters, at least the smaller ones, not necessarily the AMCs or the Regals, but the little tiny ones that have a limited number of screens, to screen their films, right, when they get released. So I was under that impression, but apparently it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of having the theater owners talking to the studios and making certain suggestions in terms of what type of movies are being produced, what type of movies are being given to them to be or are being exhibited and distributed. So I'm learning a little bit more about this and the shenanigans that go on behind the curtain in terms of how the studios and the distributors and the exhibitors and the theaters, all of that is all tangled together, and how they literally have to know how to tangle for all of this to work. So it's been a very fun first day, second day, but most importantly, it's been very insightful for me as someone who's coming from critical lens of a film critic or a film reviewer sense. It's very interesting to see what happens behind the doors.
So what shenanigans are they up to? We want to know here on the slant, right, Fletcher?
It's like, I know, right? It's like, as soon as, like, I was going I was like,
ding, 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 ding,
the
ding,
thumbnail
ding.
comes, Rosa Parra exclusive shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Cinema shenanigans.
Cinema shenanigans.
Cinema
shenanigans. A Latino perspective.
Los shenanigans.
So I guess I can go ahead and start with what the first presentation that I attended this morning, which was titled "The State of the Industry." And obviously, it was followed by the Crunchyroll presentation, which you guys already went in depth. And I was listening to you guys while I was on my way over here with my food. I'm like, oh my God, this is so insightful. I guess, telling you, just keep on learning, man. Just keep on learning. So the State of the Theater presentation this morning started. It opened with the Toho company, which is the company responsible for actually some of the anime movies that are going to come out. They're based in Japan, and they were just celebrating Godzilla, the 70 years of Godzilla, and how this I don't want to say character, because I think I'm demeaning its impact and its Titan status to just the character, and how Godzilla has stayed relevant throughout 7 decades, and how it's all led and concluded to having a Godzilla movie winning an Academy Award a couple weeks ago for Godzilla Minus One. So they were just paying homage to Godzilla, and we got a really beautiful montage of Godzilla, starting from the 1954 movie, and then how it's progressed and how it's continued on to now. I wasn't entirely sure if they were going to make a documentary about it in terms of celebrating everything that it's gone, or at least the evolution of the character itself. Pero it was very, very interesting, because it was like, oh my God, here we go. It was starting film history and learning about Godzilla and its importance, and how Japanese movies depicted compared to the U.S. ones. So it was very interesting to see how they were just celebrating 70 years of Godzilla. That's
insane.
What, 2 generations at least, more? Because my mom was born in the 50s, so I'm assuming for sure it's 2 years, maybe 3 generations actually.
Yeah, maybe coming at least. Yeah.
Yeah, so then from there we went on. They showed us a trailer just honoring just all the movies that came out in 2023, which they had done a similar thing the day yesterday with a presentation I went to yesterday for International Day. And then from there, that's when the president and CEO of NATO came out, and he started talking about that. He had a couple of speeches going on. And ultimately, his message to the studios, the one that at least stuck with me the most, was that we shouldn't, or at least the studio shouldn't necessarily rely entirely or completely on the blockbuster movies, that they should give the smaller, medium-sized budget films a chance. Movies like American Fiction or something like Past Lives, and allow them also to be part of their slate and pretty much do what they have to do, what they can, you know?
I mean, American Fiction was like done for peanuts.
Yeah.
In a small amount of time. We had John Ortiz on here. What do they consider small budgets? Was that discussed?
It was not. If they were the examples they gave, which was The Holdovers, Past Lives, American Fiction, movies like that. When I think of medium-sized, lower budget movies, I'm thinking Sundance, right? Things that premiere at Sundance, things that come out of Sundance of that level. And for the most part, that have a tendency to be Academy-friendly movies as well, which was why it was such a big deal to when you do have something like Barbie and Oppenheimer get such acclaim over at the Academies, right? Because you rarely have those moments. But yeah, he was talking to the studios. He was telling them, give us a relatively different size budget movies, a diversity of them, and just so we can showcase them at our local theaters. And then after that, it was what was he? Was he the president or the CEO?
It was a Crunchyroll.
No.
You had the NATO marquee presentation.
Yeah, the MPA.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so he came up. I'm not sure. I don't think he's the CEO. I think he's the president
Mhm.
of the MPA, and he was very focused on fighting piracy of movies and finding like a legislative way to implement
Don't be narking on us.
You know what? I was just sitting there and remember seeing a couple of ¿qué se llama? Of tweets from Barry Jenkins when he posted. He took a picture. I think he took a trip to Mexico, no? And he took a trip. He took a picture that his movies was being pirated, right? It was being sold
Oh, right.
as bootleg, right?
Right.
And he's like, "This is how you know you've made it when your movie gets bootleg and it's being sold." Hey.
Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's not
Inflation,
as affordable.
inflation,
Yeah, it's not
inflation.
affordable.
Okay,
Um,
well,
but yeah, he
hey,
wants to implement like the online or website privacy or some form of um, that of security for online like sites that do display
whatever.
these films. Hey, I'm
Hey,
just
just
the
giving the
messenger,
news.
man. I'm just the messenger
Just
here.
giving the news. They
Um,
could follow Rosa Parra Twitter X there. She is all week in Vegas. I mean that okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But obviously the afternoon was the talk
oh
of the town, the talk of
yeah.
what do you want do we want to talk about the Joker trailer, the reaction, or do we want to just talk about the Warner Brothers presentation first?
Yeah, how about I start with the presentation and just
Mm-hmm.
go the way that they went, which is
Okay,
gonna end with the Joker and the Joker trailer.
that's perfect because I have not
Yeah.
seen the trailer yet. All
Orale,
I
you
got
have it?
was that you were mixed on it. So we'll wait. Put a pin in it, everybody. You're watching this live or on the replay. Over 68 of you guys hanging out with us. We love that. Make sure, guys, you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Get on over to our YouTube channel and subscribe right now. Before you start, let's say hello to a few people, shall we? We have a member of the channel. Mike has bad knees. What's up, Miguelito? Take care of your piernas.
Some arnica.
take care, man. Um, Tim's talk. Superman Legacy for show. Oh yeah, there's a poll going on. Which WB movie are they most excited to see? This is what we got. We have 35 votes. In the lead, 40% Superman Legacy. Tied. They would rather watch old Warner Brother movies at home. 70% Joker 2, Furiosa 3%. All right, well, there you guys go. So make sure you guys have voted and all that good jazz. Good to see you. Hashtag forget the Snyderverse. Good to see you, Tim Stock. So, is it a musical? Hold on to that. Hold on to that. Okay, here we go. Warner Brothers had their presentation today. How did it begin?
So just to segue from the poll you just talked about, 3% for Furiosa. That's my vote. I went into this presentation absolutely not knowing what to expect, right? Because again, everything I've learned or everything I've heard of was from other people. So I go in there and we instantly start punctual, which I love. And we start, so people come out, present, they give us statistics about their Warner Brother films and the box office and things we already know, Barbie being the biggest earner of last year. And then they start with Furiosa, right? Which is what my vote for your poll went for. And they start talking about when it's going to be released. They've already given us a few hints here and there, a little bit about the synopsis. And then they introduce George Miller, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Chris Hemsworth.
What?
And they come out, and I'm already losing it, right? Because like I'm in the presence of Anya Taylor-Joy, and I'm just like, wow, this is incredible. So they come out on stage and they talk a little bit about the film, what it was like to work with one another, and just nothing but beautiful and positive and optimistic things did they all have to say about one another. And quite frankly, it was that conversation was followed by an extended preview. We got like a good 5, 6, 7 minute preview of the movie.
Oh, you did not tell me this.
I know. I gotta surprise you. I gotta throw my little surprise nuggets here.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Before you. Okay. Hold on. I gotta get ready. Before we do that, you're telling me you saw these lovely people in there.
They were there. Yes.
CinemaCon today, guys.
Yeah.
I love there's a little promo they're doing where he's talking in Spanish, promoting the film, but he's having a hard time. And then she's like, "Let me get this," and then she just zips into Spanish. Yeah, I love these two guys. I love these two talents. More and more with Anya, just anything new that she does, I'm there to watch. And this one, I saw the latest trailer on the big screen, and it looks absolutely insanely good. Okay, but we're gonna let you. Let's take this all down here. Tell us about Furiosa.
Oh man, it was incredible. I was like, oh lordy, maybe Dune 2 does have some competition coming its way, just because it's just pure action. It's just the world that all of this is taking place in, and the footage that we were shown, it was, again, I'm not allowed to give specifics, but I'm pretty sure generalization should be okay. It was just about Furiosa, and most of it is on the trailer. It just gives us a little bit more of it.
Just more dialogue.
Right. And it's mainly her childhood, right? What happened to her when she was a child, and what happens to her family, or per se, or her mother, to be specific. And then we see the little transition here and there. We were giving snippets of part 1, part 2, and part 3. And from there, I was just like,
wait. Part 1, part 2, and part 3 of what? Mad Max?
No, of Furiosa.
It's a trilogy?
No, I don't think it's a trilogy. I think the
story's in 3 parts.
The story itself.
Gotcha.
Is in
okay.
3 parts.
All right.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
Yes, of course.
Like too excited here.
Yeah. So we were given a little bit of just a little bit of everything, and just to see our Anya Taylor-Joy. I think Anya Taylor-Joy is, from what I saw in this movie, she's just fantastic. She's phenomenal. She's one of those actors who very, like, if you see her obviously on the red carpets, if you see her in doing interviews, so if you see like her social media, if you follow her on Instagram, she's very very, how can I say this? She's very well, she's just, obviously she's gorgeous.
Well, I find her very,
beautiful.
very charming, very grounded, very present.
Yeah.
You know, which you can't say that about every celebrity.
No.
You know,
there's this elegance to her.
Elegancia, yes.
Very. That's the term I'm trying to think of.
Absolutely.
And I'm just, my jaw drops when I see the scenes in Furiosa that are the complete opposite.
So there's no elegance in that.
No.
right. Do you buy that she is going to wreak vengeance? Do you buy that?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. And then in regards to you got more dialogue. Was the dialogue, in your opinion, written well? George Miller's dialogue.
It was. I thought so. Or at least for the narrative that they were giving us, because it was mainly, for the most part, a voiceover. So for me, it worked perfectly well. it did what its purpose, right? It achieved its purpose, which was to get me excited for the movie. And the fact that it really did its job, and it might be my most anticipated film, first or second of this presentation, it says a lot. So hey,
Really?
it was really, really great. Yeah, the
So it was
sound
about.
design, the visuals, I was like, oh my God, this is just too good.
And how was the screen there? Was it like a big screen?
It's a big screen. Yeah, it's the Caesar's Palace Coliseum. So it's the biggest theater they have there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the sound design, again, I don't want to make comparisons to Dune 2, but I would put the technicality aspect of it, the scope of it all to that level.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you have it. Her Rosa's first looks. You got to see the what 5 minutes of the movie.
Mhm.
I believe it comes out in May.
I believe
And
so.
we'll be here to review it. That's for sure. And that's at CinemaCon 2024 happening. Wow, pretty cool. Fletcher,
Yeah.
what do you got? Any questions?
Yeah. So, Rosa, what did you feel about? Is it really similar to what we saw in the last Fury Road? I mean, the look, the feel, everything kind of moved over, because in the trailer it did look like it was a little bit more CGI heavy
Mhm.
than Fury Road. Did you feel that was there when you
Oh.
saw it? Because sometimes we don't see it. I didn't see it like Paulie on the big screen. I only saw the trailers and like TV and stuff like that. So to
Mhm.
me, it looked very CGI laden compared
Mhm.
to Fury Road, and I know a lot of people have been talking about that. But to you, seeing it on a huge screen with the music,
Yeah.
with the sound, did it
Yeah.
look like it is the same vein?
It does. It very much does.
Ooh.
I don't. If there is CGI, it just went over my head, and it's either that well done that I couldn't distinguish it, but I didn't notice or pinpoint any heavy CG in it. But yeah, very much similar. It is. You can tell that it is part of the same world.
Cool. No, I'm really
Yeah.
looking now into that. That's really good. What else kind of popped out at you that maybe you didn't see from the trailer? I know you can't talk about it as much, but if you can give us like
Yeah.
a nugget or something that kind of popped out at you, maybe something or like a plot point or something that you think
Yeah.
didn't quite catch it on the trailer without saying spoilers, not trying to get you in trouble and shenanigans, but
And shenanigans.
and shenanigans, let's keep those
Those
shenanigans in
shenanigans.
Vegas. But
Yeah.
can you give us something that maybe we don't know about and that you might be privy to that it's not, spoiler free?
Yeah. You know what? I think what I was very blown away by outside of the sound and the visuals were the two characters, the Anya Taylor-Joy and the Chris. Okay, probably a little bit more of Chris Hemsworth, because based on the conversation that they were having when they came out right before showing us the clip, they were talking about Chris Hemsworth's character being very complex and being a little bit of, he has charm. Obviously, he's the villain of the story, right? But he has this charm and he has this charisma to himself that he has like this cult leader personality aspect to him. But he manages to have to add some charm to it, some wit that it's not easy to do. And I can see that in the clips and in the extended clip. And I'm very, quite frankly, surprised that Hemsworth can have that level of versatility when it comes to acting. I know it's an action flick, and perhaps he might be associated more with just being typecast as an action either hero or antagonist. Pero it did come across as he had to add a little bit more. How can I say this? More
gravitas or something.
Yeah, to that character, and it does come across because the you can tell the difference, but also the similarities from when Anya Taylor-Joy's character is a young child to when she's grown up and now she's trying to seek vengeance for what happened. And his character is just magnetic, and I'm just like, okay, it's the characters and their dynamic that definitely caught my attention.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got some breaking news.
Breaking news.
Some non what do you call it? CinemaCon. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. What was next? I think we got through Furiosa pretty good. What else do you got?
Yes. So then that was followed by an upcoming horror movie. That's going to be released this summer in June, and it's directed by Ishana Night Shyamalan, who is the daughter of M. Night.
What Shamalama Ding Dong has a daughter? Ding Dong?
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast and turn around.
What the heck is going on here? What is it called?
It's called The Watchers. And I think there is a trailer out for the film. And they showed us the second trailer for it. She came out, she talked a little bit about it. And I think her dad obviously is a producer in the film. And you know what? This was a very interesting movie. Again, I'm not the biggest horror fan. I am a little bit of a scary cat and a coward when it comes to horror movies. But this one was very interesting. It's compelling in terms of give us a little bit more story and more insight into these characters and what happens when they get locked in or trapped in this house, and the supernatural and horrific things that happen outside of it. So it was a very interesting trailer that, again, it served its purpose. I am now more interested in seeing it. Am I going to see it? Not entirely sure, but it's definitely on my radar now.
So here you have it, the Shamalama Ding Dongs. This is the daughter here?
Yeah.
She looks older than Homeboy.
And he was there too. He had a presentation of his own, but that's a little bit.
Well, these are pics from your CinemaCon.
Yeah.
Okay, what did he? So Shyamalan's. There you go.
Shyamalan's.
That's the best you're gonna get. Yeah, the trailer looked okay. So it gave you a little bit more interest to see it?
Oh yes, it did, because gives you a little bit more backstory to what's going on. How do these people get to where they get trapped in, and what happens afterwards? And yeah, there's a lot of horror elements in there that they did give me the heebie-jeebies, but I mean, that's what horror movies do.
Well, we see most horror films here at the Slant House. Romy is a huge horror thriller fan, so we'll probably see this one. But yeah, we can never say that name. Ding dong daughter. Ding dong daughter. I like that.
How was Dakota Fanning in your point of view, Rosa?
How's the one? I'm sorry?
How was Dakota Fanning, her performance in the trailer you saw?
Oh, she's really good. She's really, really good. I think it's she's very, I mean, it's a horror movie, so they tend to be very heavily dramatic or dramatically heavy. And she's really good in it. So I'm very interested to see what happens to her. To her character, at least. Yeah.
Oh, see what happens to her.
Yeah.
Her acting, I'm kind of like, not sold yet.
Really?
I don't know. I thought her in the what do you call it? The Equalizer. Yeah. I mean, she got a pass on that because she was
crazy.
She was in Man on Fire. Shamalama Ding Dong, Shamalang Ding 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 Dong. Okay, thank you. All right.
Yes, and thank you for the Latino slant sensitivity training and
yeah, and you think because we watch so many and review so many Indian films that we would give a shit, but
you would think, like we could say
not with that Ding Dong. Hey, he's not a real Indian.
Oh, that's
jacked
messed
up.
up, man. That's
That's
jacked
messed up. Okay, so you got the horror presentation there of the Watchers.
Mhm.
All right. What was next, my friend?
Yeah, so that presentation was followed by we got a little video message from James Gunn.
Okay, hold
He
on. I need a
Hold on.
new. Hold on.
Oh,
Video message
wait a minute.
from. I would see. She's
Something
not
interesting.
telling me these things ahead, so I'm literally
I
writing
thought she
new
told you
little
all this stuff
segments
ahead.
here.
That's why you had all the little thumbnails and stuff.
Yeah.
And Rosa's like, ha ha, I'm gonna
James Gunn.
surprise you, Negroes. Ha ha.
talk about shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Got
it's
all
like the
the
biggest thing on the
shenanigans from
channel.
the white people. That's what happens. We gave her to Vegas. She hangs around the rich white people. Now she comes with shenanigans.
Se
That's
me
what happens.
pega. Sorry.
Se te pegó todo.
I was obviously I'm being very entitled when I'm saying this, right? But oh yeah, I was complaining about the breakfast food in the morning. I was telling
Yeah, you were.
Paulie, I was like, damn, this is just like white people breakfast. I might need some chilaquiles with some café de
Tacos El Gordo.
olla con unas conchitas. I'm like, I'm a
Tacos El
thick
Gordo
person,
down at
man.
Las Vegas Boulevard. Yes,
Yeah, man. It's like,
funny enough. Nice, nice.
these yogurt parfaits.
Wow.
Here, I'll go ahead and type what's upcoming para que so you'll be ready.
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah,
we got to see a. Go ahead.
Yeah, so James Gunn couldn't come in. Obviously, he wasn't there, so he just sent a video message just thanking the exhibitors and the theater owners for playing his films, and just apologize for not being able to be there in person. And he just went on saying that he couldn't make it because he was in Atlanta, right? He's filming the Superman movie, and he didn't give any details. He didn't give any nuggets or anything like that. But yeah, he was just there, just to send a message. There was no true, no true special, like nothing new from there. So yeah, he was just there to present what's his name, his partner Peter Safran, and he was there in person. And I thought we were gonna get like a DC something, but he was only there to introduce us to a documentary that's gonna be. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of DC outside of obviously the Joker too, and they didn't give us anything about Superman or anything like that about any other DC properties outside of the Joker too. I'm just the messenger. But no, he was there to present us a documentary, which did premiere earlier this year at Sundance, and it's Superman, the Christopher Reeve story.
Right.
So Warner Brothers is going to be distributing the movie, and he was just there talking about the documentary, the importance of it, and they showed us a trailer for the film.
Oh.
Which I didn't get a chance to watch the film at Sundance. That's one of the few that I wanted to see. I couldn't get a chance to see it, but the trailer was very moving. Obviously, we all know the story of Christopher Reeves and how his story ends, but it was a moving documentary and a very insightful trailer to give us little pieces and nuggets of what to expect in the documentary. But yeah, in terms of James Gunn and Peter Safran, this is all they gave us: the announcement of the documentary followed by the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this,
Yeah.
James Gunn. You were hoping for Corn Sweet to show up in his costume. I was like,
in his costume.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. These guys are just too secretive right now. And if anything, it would be James Gunn showing us, a photo of the new costume. But
we didn't even get a photo.
You didn't even get that, huh, Rosa? No new costume?
Nope, nothing.
Damn. Rosa's like, I didn't get no costume. I didn't get no chilaquiles. Man, it just keeps going.
Ni conchitas, nada.
Conchitas.
Nada.
This is DC. Do better. Do better.
We always got Shamalama Ding Dongs.
Shamalama.
Okay, I do want to see that documentary. When is it going to be released? Is it going to be in theaters? Is it going to be streaming?
They didn't give us a date, but they did mention sometime in September. So they didn't give us a specific release date, but they did say later on this year, around September.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure it has to be released theatrically. I mean, I hope so. We're going to CinemaCon, you have to, and the theater owners are there. I presume you can't just release it directly to HBO Max.
Well, we'll find out the date, guys, and get it to you. All right, we have over 95 people live with us via X and YouTube. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're here every night breaking it down for you guys. CinemaCon 2024 with Rosa Parra and Fletcher. Let's thank our sponsors. We'll be back in a minute. Latino Slant at CinemaCon 2024 is brought to you in part by the Daily Chela. For la raza, by la raza, politics, opinions, reviews, y más. thedailychela.com. CinemaCon 2024 is sponsored in part by the WDW Pro channel, the quickest growing entertainment news channel on the web with expert analysis on all things Disney and beyond. Check out WDW Pro on YouTube. Excellence in reporting, scoops, analysis, panelists, and more. Okay, we're back. We got Rosa Parra here going over her notas. And the next thing coming up is Horizon, American Saga, Chapter 1 and 2.
And 2.
2, Fletcher.
2. They've
learned a valuable lesson over 30 years ago when they just gave him the Postman. Chop it up in bits, homie. Take it away, Rosa. Take it away, Johnny.
Yeah, so this was actually, I did not even know about these movies until I was walking through, was it this morning or yesterday? And I saw a poster for it. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But yeah, they are 2 films. I believe they're going to be released 2 months from one another. One releases in June, the other one in August. And yeah, it's about the American West. And these are Western stories, Western movies. And how they're okay, so they started presenting the introducing the story, the movies, and then they present Kevin Costner, right, who was also there at CinemaCon, and he walks out and he starts talking a little bit about the films, and he starts discussing and talking about how these movies are they're Western stories about people who were just moving or exploring the West. And yeah, he understands that they were some people, by some people, we know he means Native Americans, who were affected by this. But he wants to focus more on the aspect that when you think of America, you think of a place where you can go and make your dreams come true, where you can go and build something. And that is what he wants to focus on with these movies, which, again, I understand it. And it's very, I guess, Western like of him to have this perspective and this this approach to these films. But I don't know, there was something we got trailers, we got a little bit, it wasn't necessarily a trailer, it was just a collage of different scenes from both films. Apparently we got a little bit of both. And you know what, like in terms of the production design and everything, it looked very interesting. But if you were to tell me or ask me what's the synopsis of the story, I generally could not tell you what it is because we weren't given one.
Rosa, what's the synopsis of the story?
I cannot tell you one because we were not given one.
Shenanigans.
That's all that happens. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. You go to the buffet, and before you know it.
What the?
It's the lack of chilaquiles that I cannot focus on.
Yes.
I'm sitting there for 2 hours.
Well, that's what we got to do. We got to FedEx and chilaquiles stat.
Please.
Okay, continue. Anything else to add to Horizon? I did see the trailer in the theater.
Oh, did you? What did you think?
I think it looks. I think it looks great.
Okay.
If you're a Western fan and a Costner fan,
Yeah.
even more so. What I am curious to see, because in the trailer there was a lot of native actors, so there's a big subplot, obviously.
Right.
So I'm curious to see how he kind of blends these stories, because the American saga is very much big on the pioneers and the West, and there's so many other stories that haven't been told. So I am curious to see how what Costner what he brought. So you just said he was like your basic like kind of do-gooder speech that he does.
Yeah, for the most part. And he came out, I think he was also receiving an award for, I do not remember, but yeah, he got a standing ovation from the audience. The majority of the audience. I didn't stand up. But yeah, he was very well received, welcomed. But yeah, he was very also didn't elaborate a lot about the films or anything like that. So
we can safely say that Rosa was not enthusiastic about this movie.
Well, that's all right. Some of us are. Listen, I can watch a Western anytime. Costner has a mean old brocha there, looking like the Lowrider logo.
Simon.
Brocha is also two guys. Yeah, brocha is. Feel the power of the brocha. What exactly is a white people breakfast?
Yes, so it's to me a white people breakfast.
More importantly,
let's go to the real stuff. Here. This is the news right here. This is what she's in Vegas for.
Paying you to eat white people food.
White people food, yes. Can you elaborate? Is there a synopsis on the white people breakfast, man?
Yeah, what's going on what do you have against white people?
Yeah,
let's just say you just don't like white people.
It's not seasoned. There's nothing to it. No flavor.
Get you in trouble.
You know what? I'm at a point where I generally don't.
Listen, we'll save you here. I hope that Shamalama Ding Dong redeems himself from the movie Old. I love his movies, but yikes, that one was no bueno. Maria with T and Telly.
Yeah, interesting.
I didn't even see it, man. As soon as I heard it was whacked, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, because I just, I know.
It started okay.
Did it? I know when the ding dong, is off, and I'm like, it's gonna waste 2 hours of my time, and then I'm gonna be pissed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like The Happening piss. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay. All right, let me see. I think we're good here. All right, so that is okay, yeah. But Julissa wants a synopsis.
Of the food.
Yeah.
So what they giving out was parfaits, yogurt parfaits, which were obviously in this very elegant, pristine little cup. They're glass, whatever. I think it's just too fancy for me. I guess I'm too naka, too ghetto for that. They also had boiled eggs, and they had fruit and just your sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
Damn, I'm getting hungry.
And we can confirm that the fruit that had no tampicos, it had
no tajin, no
tajin.
We're on a diet because we just came back from vacation, so we're just like, because we ate homemade Portuguese food twice a day.
That sounds so good.
Don't do that to Rosa, man. Don't do that to her. Look at her. Yeah. It's gonna come right through the screen.
And you know what I got? I got Portuguese white cheese and chorizo in the fridge.
Nice. You
so
better
I think I'm gonna
FedEx.
be hitting up some slices.
Yes, Paulie, rub it in.
Hey. Okay, let's move on with with your coverage. Mickey 17. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so this one is the Bong Joon-ho, who's the director of
What'd you call
Parasite.
me?
What? Bunch of hoes?
No,
What?
We calling a hoe.
What? Is it because of the shirt? Is it because of the shirt, right?
Well, because he's rubbing it in that he was eating Portuguese food, homemade.
Hey, wait a minute. Is Bong Joon-ho related to Shamalama Ding Dong?
Oh my God.
That's his cousin, bro. That's his cousin, fool.
Hey, we're really putting the slant into Bong Joon-ho and Shamalama Ding Dong. If that doesn't get you canceled, I don't know what. You better be quiet. You better be quiet.
So Mickey 17.
Yes.
Ay, Paulie, me vas a meter en problemas.
Pinche Paulie.
Whoa. Wow. Not used to you cursing there, buddy. You're going to have to say an extra prayer.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. We got that clipped. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho was there, and he was just talking about the movie and how it's based on a book called Mickey 7, if I'm not mistaken, but he added another 10 numbers because according to Bong Joon-ho, that's the number of times Robert Pattinson's character dies in the movie. Wow. So we got a trailer, and after the trailer, Robert Pattinson comes out and he talks a little bit about working with Bong Joon-ho and why he took upon this role. And so what we know, at least from what I gathered on the trailer and from the presentation, was that the film follows, it's a sci-fi movie that is not your ordinary sci-fi movie. So Robert Pattinson's character works for a corporation that has him just killing himself or dying or committing suicide in different manners, different ways. And then another clone of him keeps just is being created until the 17th time, Mickey 17th, he is cloned. So there's Mickey 18, but Mickey 17 somehow manages to have doesn't necessarily die completely. So he's still around. He's still doing what he has to do. So it looked a little interesting. It was intriguing enough for me to be interested in the film. Of course, it's from Bong Joon-ho as well. Academy Award winner Bong Joon-ho. Mm-hmm. And it was compelling. I was intrigued by it. It's not going to be for everyone, just solely based on the trailer. But now I'm intrigued to see what the entire movie is all about, because it's the synopsis is an interesting one, and it's quite. I was like, hey, if you see, this is kind of similar to McAvoy with Split, right? When you have all these different personalities, and somehow he was very compelling and convincing and depicting every single one of these characters quite convincingly. And it seems like Robert Pattinson has a very similar task here at hands. He has to do 17, 18 different characters of himself. And he said it was a little more challenging for him because he was not allowed to change his hair or change his appearance or his physique. So he had to do it either personality-wise, changing his voice, or how he just presents himself, which I can see how that can be very challenging to do. So yeah, this one was one of those that I was not expecting to know anything about. I was not even expecting the presentation. So it was kind of like, okay, I see what you guys are doing here, and it was quite compelling.
Okay, well, there you have it. A little insight. Mickey 17, definitely a great director, and who Pattinson is becoming quite a respectable actor now.
Absolutely. And I mean, Warner Brothers loves him, right? He's their current Batman right now.
That's true.
So yeah.
Any Batman drops? Anything at all?
Nope. Right, not from Pattinson, at least. No.
He was all about the Jung-ho. Ho.
Bong,
There you have it.
Bong,
The Bong Joe slant.
Bong Juice slant.
So let me see. Yeah, and this one's not gonna release until next year, January. But because CinemaCon will be in April, so the movie would have already been released.
Well, we got some two heavyweights coming up right now, guys, for you. Some exciting presentations that Rosa was at. Second day CinemaCon. Let's do it. The great Michael Keaton makes a surprise appearance at CinemaCon and calls the pick really effing good. Take it away, Rosa Parra.
Yeah, they come out. You know what? They had such a kudos to Warner Brothers because they had such a pretty badass display. So they had the big screen, the theater screen, and at the bottom they had like 4 or 5 little mini screens or smaller screens, and they would use those to like for the watchers. They would have like 5 different people. Obviously, it's all screens, as if they're trapped, right, or they're looking at us through that screen. And then for Beetlejuice, they had the little monsters or the ones that are working in the afterlife, and you have each one on each screen. And the display, like the presentation itself, was quite fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, they came out and they introduced Tim Burton, which I don't think I've ever been in the presence of Tim Burton until today. And then they presented the rest of the cast who Catherine O'Hara was there, Willem Dafoe was there, Justin Trudeau, what's her name? Oh, is it Monica? I'm not sure if it's
Monica Bellucci.
Yes. And then obviously Michael Keaton comes in at the end. Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega could not make it. But yeah, the cast, majority of the cast was there, and they gave us a full trailer of the film as well. So yeah, Michael Keaton came in and he was just having a blast with everybody. And he was just, he was very much interactive with the audience. And it was such a fun. I'm a big Beetlejuice fan. So this is obviously one of my most anticipated movies of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the teaser trailer, I was just like, oh my God, this is incredible. And from what I was able to see, it's just, I cannot wait to watch this movie. The trailer showed us, in addition to what we'd already seen in the teaser, it just elaborates a little bit more and shows us a little bit more what the Jenna Ortega character is going to do, what the Winona Ryder character has in hold. But I think what I took away from it was to see the behind the scenes aspect of the costumes and the makeup and how everything is practical and how you are using these just practical makeup and effects and but you're also using miniature puppets and miniature things to do these big scenes. And I was like, this just feels like I'm back in the world of Beetlejuice. Like no time has passed. And after seeing the trailer, it's just like, yeah, everything, the magic is still there somehow. Because when I mean somehow, it's like when so many years have passed. This movie, I think, is like the first movie is like 1 year older than me. Came out in '88, and it's 30 plus years old. And for them to do a sequel and still manage to keep that magic, and granted, I'm sure a lot has to do with the fact that you do have Tim Burton and Michael Keaton and Catherine O'Hara and Winona Ryder back, but just to go back and do everything practically and do the makeup and do everything, it's just takes you back to the first film. And it's, man, that trailer was just phenomenal.
Jenna Ortega, her character, her dialogue,
yeah,
her relationships with the other characters. Tell me about it.
You know what, Michael Keaton, and I think he's already previously said this, but he said that Jenna Ortega just fit in perfectly in this world, perfectly in this film. She read the script. she had pretty much understood the assignment, right? And she just fit in, and she was just effortlessly just perfect, pretty much. That's what he said. And that's coming from Michael Keaton, of all people. In terms of the trailer, I don't remember specific dialogue. A lot of it was voiceover narration. I don't know if it is as part of the dialogue in the movie or it was just given to us just as part of the trailer. Pero yeah, there's some scenes where she obviously, I gotta be careful, that are very interesting. For me, at least, was the makeup they put on her is very interesting when she is doing something. I know that sounds very vague, but it'll make more sense when the new trailer comes out. And the costumes that she wears too, it's very obviously Tim Burton-esque, per se. You know, your typical stripes, your black and whites, and what's typical of his films. And she just fits right in there, man. It's just like having a very young Winona Ryder back over again.
Well, Fletcher, any questions?
Yeah, remember, Rosa, they had a little cartoon. Do you know if they make any reference to the cartoon? Because I know that the cartoon ran a lot, a few seasons, was very popular. A lot of people, got to know Beetlejuice through the cartoons and then went back and watched the movies. Do you know if they included any of that into the movie? Or I know you can't tell us all, but
yeah,
did you get a hint of that? Maybe?
I didn't. No, not that I saw or took note of. No.
And do you think that it feels? I mean, I think you already said it, but it does feel like it's a complete continuation. Like the other one movie ended, you can watch this movie right away. Yeah. In other words, you watch Beetlejuice, and then boom, you can go watch this movie, and you'll be tethered.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it most definitely feels like it. And yeah, the aesthetic of it all is the same. And I mean, also you're using Danny Elfman's score, right? Which is just so iconic and makes this world more memorable and more lived in. So yeah, it most definitely feels just like a continuation of the first movie.
Awesome.
Well, I think we're done.
You're joking, right?
These are the jokes, folks.
That deserves something. Oh yeah, she's one of us. There we go. We like that. Okay. Tell us about it. Presentation, all that good stuff. The Joker 2.
Yeah, so they left obviously the Joker for last. And this one, they brought out Todd Phillips. Todd Phillips was there, and he was asked a couple of questions. Again, they're keeping a lot of things secretive and very just superficial or generic because they don't want to give a lot away. Pero I think what I took away from it, they distinctively and directly asked them. They asked Todd Phillips, "Is this a musical?" Because everybody is saying that this is a musical because there's songs and music, and obviously the addition of Lady Gaga. And he said that he would not necessarily label it as such. However, he does admit that music does play a very central part of the movie. So it's not necessarily, I don't think you're going to have something like a Sweeney Todd per se kind of musical, but I do think that you might have something, and based on the trailer, I can see how music is part of it, or it can have, I don't want to say therapeutic influences here, pero maybe more of a fantastical portray or impact to the movie. I don't know if that's making sense, because Yeah, after seeing the trailer, man, I don't know. I gotta know what you think, Paulie.
Well, I haven't seen the trailer yet. We got your instant reaction up right now on the channel. Now we're talking here. Obviously, with our voting poll going on, it is in third place. People want to see Superman Legacy, which wasn't previewed here at all, or old Warner Brothers movies at home. So yeah, I mean, what do you think? You think we should pull it up?
Do it
and check it out. Before we do that, let's we got a couple of comments. Azteca Aguilar 4. I'm ready for Joker. My most anticipated of 2024. Oh, there you go. Okay. Hola payasos. Who are you calling a payaso? You payaso.
Trying to get crazy with essay.
We're trying to get crazy with Shamalama Ding Dong. The poll, I vote to hear Latino Slant talk about these movies. Furiosa, I gotta see it. Let me see the trailer to Joker 2. Then we'll talk. Superman Legacy. Gunn has the weight of the comic book world on his shoulders, my friend. And I see. And as far as movies at home, Warner Brothers movies at home, yeah, I see a lot of them at home. But I pay. I always pay for them. So there you go. Ever seen Hair? The musical?
The musical.
Yeah, the musical.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I actually saw it like a live production of it. Darth Plato. Joker 2 is called I can't even say it. Go ahead.
Police.
Which means shared psychosis. Ooh, I think that's really cool. I actually think that's really cool. Okay, but enough. Let's get to it. I have not seen. Let me bring it up. Any thoughts there? You two have seen it, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
But we won't say anything until you watch it.
Okay. I think this is it.
Rosa's smiling a little too much, so I don't know. She might give it away. See, her eyebrows are not doing the thing. They're doing the thing, Paulie.
Is this it right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have sound? All right. And it's oh wait, is this it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's check this out.
Talking about somebody that needs chilaquiles is that dude right there, man.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
I know, some conchas and a little cafecito.
2 minutes and 37 seconds. Wow. Okay, here we go.
All right. What you think, Paulie? What you think?
A lot of black.
That's what Rosa thought too.
I did like the last shot though. I thought
the last shot was great. I like the last shot too. That was pretty cool, actually. Yep.
Well, Gaga went from poker face to Joker face, huh?
Ooh,
I don't know, man.
The snaps.
I don't know.
Joker face, Joker face.
Oh man,
it's just weird.
No, I get the weird part. I just don't. You know what? I think it's a bold move for Phillips in Phoenix. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know until I see it, because there's obviously a lot they're leaving out, right? Which is all the different type of music. They just have the Tom Jones song, and which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. and it'll make me see the first one again, which was odd and different as well. Joaquin Phoenix is an incredible actor. So there is something, I will say, something very familiar and old hat about what I just saw. As if Phillips is taking from some of his favorite, films or directors. So I was like, this is not really fresh to me. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm a little underwhelmed here.
What were you expecting?
I think I was expecting a little more bombast, a little more, it kind of shocked me with how innovative the music numbers are going to be. Whereas, like, we use music for therapy. Like, okay,
right?
And then she's singing with everyone else, and she's like, "Oh, who's that guy?" I don't know. It was all right. It was all right.
Oh. Do you feel it was a little bit too artistic for what it's trying to sell, or you think it was like toned down in a sense? Like it's toned down so you can get, because it's very cinematic. It's the colors and the warm tones, and then the cold tones in it. It's it has like all the cinematic little cues to make it seem like this is gonna be so like
okay. All right, I know what it is. I want more of their shared psychosis. So maybe I'll get that later on. To me, this was just a little too, too mainstream. Actually wasn't weird enough. That's what I'm saying. Wasn't unique enough. Where, that spotlight of him, about to sing, there's some beautiful shots, really cool stuff. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got.
Rosa, go.
I mean, I said I was lukewarm about it because it was, I think I need to see more of it. It is a little unfair, I guess, for me to try to even decipher what a film is just based on 2.5 minutes of clips. So in that sense, I understand, but I won't have a thorough, articulate opinion until I watch the movie. But what I've seen so far, that last shot was pretty cool. I was like, okay, this is pretty neat. That may have made my opinion go from, this isn't that good, it's not convincing me, it's doing nothing for me, quite frankly, to, okay, if we have a little bit more of these type of shots or more approach to their dynamic via shots like these, then perhaps it might work to some extent. But I need to see more. But for now, I'm just like, okay. It's not my movie of the year, and after this trailer, it's definitely still not.
Well, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Joker 2 trailer is out. There you have it. Let's go to the chat, and then we'll wrap up this really incredible day 2 of CinemaCon. Darth Plato, member of the channel, love him to death. Paulie's trying really hard to be generous. Joe Dog, what up? What up? Bonzo, Tom Jones. Can't miss with Tom Jones. Yeah, you can.
Oh,
you can.
Snap.
You can. Come on, Bonzo. A great sound doesn't make a great film. That white suit is the reference to Joker in the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel. Okay, cool. Yeah. I think I was underwhelmed. What a great reaction, Julissa. Joker's crazy. The music is him and Harley hallucinating. Okay. If that's the case in the film, then I'm gonna like that. I am gonna like that. I'm not 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 denying it's not a great premise. It is. Aztec Aguilar 04 trailer 2 with more of that. I think they are keeping a lot under wraps.
I mean,
Okay.
we can't ignore, that one of the most iconic first Joker scenes is him dancing in the stairs, right? And to that music and so on. So I understand that this I don't know what went behind making the script of this movie, but why music would have that type of impact on a character like his, So we already seen what it does to him. So I guess I may have to rewatch Joker, and then we'll see, and then the trailer, and then we'll see how it sits on the second, third time viewing.
Well, really fast, you guys have been great in the chat. 45 likes. If we can get up to 50 likes while we're still live, this will help out the algorithm, help out YouTube, get this live stream out to people on the replay. If you haven't hit the like, it's free. Hit it right now. It is free, and it helps our channel out. We ended the poll. 55 votes. I'm going to tally them right now. Put them here in the slant aggregator. What movies are you looking forward to? Yes, go ahead. Here we go.
Slant aggregator.
And the winner, as far as what you're most looking forward to, 40% are want to stay at home. 32% Superman Legacy, 18% Joker, 9% Furiosa. To me, that's totally turned around. I'm Furiosa number 1. I'm Beetlejuice number 2. Right? And then I'm Joker 2, number 3. I mean, I need to see more. See more. And I thanks, brother. Romy got me this shirt, man. And and it's been cold this whole time, and now I'm finally able to wear some more light. This is a very light summery shirt. Gracias, Eric S. Darth Plato, get Paulie to 50 likes, and Paulie will sing Tom Jones. It's not unusual to love for someone. Okay.
Alton dance now?
Yes.
What's that?
There you go. Rosa with them.
You are in Vegas.
Oh,
that's
Lord.
Right.
Go see a show.
Yeah.
Go see a show.
Yeah.
Go see a show. For show. Okay. What's going on tomorrow?
Ooh, good question.
Because you gotta.
Hey, I'm still on the high from today, man. I can't think about tomorrow.
It's like 8, wake up. 2, find chilaquiles.
Oh Lordy, I'm gonna go down as known for me bitching about not having chilaquiles. Oh my God, sorry, I just cursed.
That's your new round.
Okay, tomorrow, Angel Studios presentation. I'm actually jealous on this one.
Cool.
And
tomorrow's a long day, right?
You got it, yeah. You got Angel Studios. You got. Hey, listen. You got don't you have like a chill suite being added where you can go chill and eat?
No.
Oh yeah, you gotta look at it. You have a lot. There's a lot going on tomorrow.
Yeah. It's Angel Studios.
Well, you know what? Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. We're so lucky to have gotten Rosa over there. We're so excited and happy. But this is day 3 coming up for you guys. That we're gonna bring it to you. You got your white breakfast.
There you go.
Sponsored by Angel Studios.
There you go.
Oh Lordy.
So it's gonna be extra white.
Hot breakfast. Hot. Coming in hot.
Well, it depends. If Varastegui's there, he'll bring chilaquiles.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Don't forget, there's a connection there. Don't get it twisted. The Mexicans represent Angel Studios, so
that is a big if, though.
That's a big if. But,
well, we'll see, because it might be the actual guys that run Angel Studios, and it's definitely
pretty
granola. Gavacho, man.
That's definitely granola and some hard like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
muffins.
They
or
they look
something.
pretty. They look pretty. I don't want to go there, but they look pretty clean cut there. Okay. So after you're done with your continental breakfast, Angel Studios presentation, 8 a.m. Oh Lord, why is it
Damn.
so early?
It's a long day.
She's like, it's a long day.
It's a long day, pobrecita la Rosa.
Okay, and then you have CinemaCon trade show suites. I mean, you can pass on that.
Sweets.
You can go.
Yeah.
That's happening all day.
Yeah.
The Lionsgate. Oh, so you're going right from Angel Studios to Lionsgate.
I have to run, yeah,
Okay.
from the Palace Ballroom to the Coliseum.
I do not feel sorry for you.
Wow.
That's a good
Palace
one.
Ballroom to the Coliseum, but you'll have some some food in you.
Yeah.
You'll have some energy.
It's a little bit of a hike.
Lionsgate. And who's going to be hosting it? Yeah, I don't know those people. All right. So then I think you got lunch at the trade show. You're going to do their lonche?
Lunch it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Buffet style.
There you go.
Vale.
Buffet.
Hey, we'll see.
We'll see.
Damn. Okay, well then hopefully around then we'll get some reports from you. You'll be writing your story via your phone. Angel Studios Lionsgate. Wow. Then it's really a lot. You have a think tank panel. We'll see. Oh, this is Matthew Baloney is Baloney. Sorry, Matthew. From Puck News is moderating.
Just the night, right?
Yeah.
With the last names.
But you got some good. This is kind of interesting right here. Industry think tank. 4:00 Universal and Focus Features invite you to special presentation featuring footage from the upcoming slate. Wow. It's 3 studios. It's pretty big. Then you got your party. Well, that's probably no. You're actually going to miss the party because you're going to be here with us. We got to get you in between 6 and 8:30 because I assume you're going to want to go see Nia. Are you going to want to go see Babes?
I'm watching Babes.
Okay.
Oh Lordy, until 10:30.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. It's a full day and night for Rosa Day 3. So we're gonna end this so we can let you get some rest. Ask if they have abuelita chocolate and some bundles.
They actually do. I guarantee you they do.
I will ask. Yes, I must ask.
Lonchera.
I would. You have no idea how
Lonche.
much I'm craving like tacos from a taco truck or just like a taco stand.
They have good Mexican food in Vegas. I've been to a couple spots.
Do they?
Yeah.
Are they gonna cost me like the left arm or something?
No.
I don't know. So if you want like a more like Eastern northern stuff, Tacos El Gordos has some good Tacos Al Pastor. They have the thing, and they have a lot of locations, but I would go with the one where it's close to the mall over there by the 215 stuff. That one is a better location than the one down, on the strip, because the one on the strip gets really crowded.
Yeah,
but I would check them out.
Well, we got 50 likes, guys. That makes a great live stream. And we will chop up some of these reactions to all of Rosa's coverage at Instagram. Excuse me, Instagram. I'm out of it. CinemaCon 2024 Vegas. You think I'm there partying, but no.
I can say this is blasphemy.
Vegan.
No. No, he Azteca Aguilar is obviously, talking about some ridiculous things here. Tacoteria is a vegan Mexican food place. But I can say that actually the nopales tacos are the best. The only thing that's not, but they do have nopales tacos. But you can get nopales tacos, I think, at a few other places. So, but no, come on, man. Pobre Rosita, dale un poco de carne, tiene que correr.
Yeah.
Well, go enjoy your night. We're gonna get on out of here. Play the closing credits. Thank you, Rosa, for everything, and we really appreciate you there. Over 122 people combined, been watching, been checking us out on X and on YouTube. Make sure you guys are subscribed, please.
Yes.
Thank you for the 50 likes.
Thank you.
Says to me, you guys want more careless, racist jokes, and you'll get it.
That's right.
Here at the Latino Slant.
That's right. With Rosa tan maravillosa, la más hermosa que no es la Rosa.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Everybody's like lack of sleep that's showing.
Right. Everyone's losing it. Everyone's losing it. Good night, everybody. To our members, Julissa, Darth Plato, ¿qué más? Mike has bad knees. Bonzo, all the locos, Azteca, Instant Defense, Joe Dog. Bum, 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 bum. You guys have been great in the chat. Good night, Gigi. Say good night, Gigi. Good night. Good night, Eric Rose. Eric S. La Rose de Guadalupe. Good night, everybody.